So we're here today in the City of London, just outside the Bank of England, where we're going to canvass the general members of the public on their views on the existing monetary system. So I'm very excited, and we'll see what happens. So my first question is, what does money mean to you?
To me, it's a way to buy and sell things and a unit of exchange and currency.
That's awesome, awesome. What do you think?
Agreed.
I'd say it's quite important. It's not everything. It's certainly the greases the wheels, to say the least. But there's more important things than money, absolutely.
What does money mean to me?
Yeah.
I wish it didn't exist, to be honest. I think our life revolves around it too much. And I think I used to say we live to survive, but now we survive to live.
Wow.
Well, there's it's a medium of exchange for the most part. I mean, it used to be a store of value. It's a measurement, I think, of time and work in an accumulation in a sort of generic form that could be passed back and forth between people as far for trade purposes.
It means something to make life easier for you as you go along. It helps you to make life easier.
Okay, and so would you rather have £100 today or £100 in 5 years' time?
No, £100 now is better than £100 in 5 years' time, because 5 years' time the £100 like is £10 now.
£100 a day.
And why is that?
I don't know how long I will live. Right?
Well, £100 a day because of inflation.
Get it in 5 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and what about inflation and factoring that in?
I feel like it'll just be worth more.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, in 5 years, I think so.
Okay, cool.
Probably today, because I'd compound growth, I'd probably invest it, so that 100 would be a lot more in 5 years' time.
Today, for sure.
And why is that?
'Cause it's not a store of value. It's continuously being inflated by, like in the U.S. we have our Federal Reserve Bank, which is neither federal, has no reserve, and is not a bank. So, I mean, it's basically just an inflation tool. It's another tax, and that's why the currency, like during my lifetime, has gone from I think maybe $50 gold to was it 5,500 in January.
Do you know how money is created in the UK?
I do actually. It's interesting because money used to be obviously it was done based on gold. Obviously fiat then came around, and then now it's just a printing machine, and every country's in debt and they'll just print more, and we pay the price for it.
Yeah, so the Treasury has control over the printing and issuing of money, yeah.
Okay, great. And also private banks as well, right? And the Bank of England.
Yeah, quantitative easing,
Yeah.
of course.
Oh, no.
Like, create money? No, I don't.
Yeah.
Who?
So there's a building next to you, which is
The
a
foreign
clue.
Exchange? Or
No.
The Royal Exchange?
No.
Wellington?
So the Bank of England,
Oh, no.
they can create money. Any other ideas? Okay. Also, there's the traditional banking system as well.
Well, I think you see it these days with cryptocurrency. People are creating their own money. I mean, any central bank can create currency. The Bank of England can create its own currency. Yeah, the Bank of Kenya can do theirs.
And also,
and banks themselves. I mean, Lloyd's Bank right across the street. I mean, they could create money too.
yeah.
No one except City of London, the Bank of England, they print it. No one else allowed to. It will be a criminal thing to do that, but for them it's not.
And the private banks as well, right?
Well, none of them. I think that's
Yeah,
what I think.
yeah.
They cannot do that.
Okay. And if you were to make the monetary system better, what would you suggest?
You can't.
You can't change.
Already controlled. It's not in my hand, not your hand.
Okay. Have you heard about Bitcoin?
Yes, I heard. I will never go near it.
Oh boy, that's a tough one. I worked in finance my entire life. You'd probably have to start with 100% new people. because it's an easy there's a lot of very bright people in finance, and they're attracted to it because it's very easy to make money and game the system, and kind of behind everything are the banks and the wealth, and so I think it would be very difficult. I'm not sure how you would do that. I really don't.
That's really interesting. And one final bonus question. What do you think of Bitcoin?
Well, I worked in, like I said, I worked in finance, and we weren't allowed to trade it. We were told that if we were caught trading it, we'd be fired because it was, you know, that was just exercising poor judgment to invest in anything like that. I think it's a highly speculative investment that I think has been shown that it's used for mostly for criminal, you know, and money laundering activities. I think it's ironic that the regular banking system has so many different money laundering, anti-money laundering rules and regulations, and then Bitcoin can just be freely passed from person to country and just circumvents all of that. I mean, it's completely ridiculous. And it's definitely not a store of value either because it's been so volatile. And you know, there's nothing more really behind Bitcoin than there is a U.S. dollar. There's nothing behind U.S. dollar really. I mean, and there's nothing really behind Bitcoin either, other than people's belief that it's worth something.
Yeah, I'd say quantitative easing. Now that we brought it up, definitely. I believe the reserves are untaxed, if I'm not mistaken, or they're definitely not as regulated as they ought to be. I would put some regulations on that because it is an inflationary pressure we have.
It should be based on at least some form of goods, not just printing machine. Like, I'd probably get gold instead of money. I prefer actual real currency, and I don't think money is real currency. They used to say money don't grow on trees, but where does paper come from? So
Yeah, man.
paper's going now as well. Now it's the blockchain. so
Okay, one bonus question. Have you heard of Bitcoin?
of course, yeah, definitely. I think Bitcoin's interesting. It's probably got more real value than fiat money because it's not a printing machine and it's limited supply. So, yeah, definitely get your hands on it instead of money.
Wow, that's not an easy question.
Yeah. What do you think, though?
I have no idea, but I think the most important thing it is we have to get the government involved, right? This is economy is too important nowadays, so the government need to get involved.
Get involved?
Yeah.
And how would that happen?
Then, if I don't know, but this is not an easy question. You need to ask the financial minister. I have no idea.
Trust the experts. Okay. Well, thank you very much.
No
What
problem.
was your name, sorry?
My name is Brian.
Brian?
Yeah.
Will, good to meet you.
My name is Bakia.
Thank you, Bakir.
Salman
My name's Will. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Yassine.
Yassine, thank you, Yassine. Thanks very much, Toby. Great to meet you, Kevin. Thanks very much for your time. That's been very helpful. Thank you.
We're like the worst people to ask, to be honest.
Why?
We know nothing about like finance at all.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Or the UK British
Oh, yeah,
birth
true.
system.
Are you from America?
Canada.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Thanks so much. Have a lovely day.
I'm just on
Yeah.
a pilgrimage here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, I
Where
went
are you from?
Well, I'm from San Francisco.
Oh, cool.
And I went down to find the little plaque on the Sainsbury grocery store where Lloyd's Coffee House was.
Oh, yeah.
You know, to see that, and then kind of walked over to the Lloyd's building, and then I kind of walked all the way around the Bank of England here. It's kind of interesting, right? Who's across the street from it? The Bank of China and the Bank of Persia.
Yeah.
And then Lloyd's here. I mean, right across the street.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, but so
Amazing.
this was a little bit of a, you know, I'm retired now. Just a little bit of a pilgrimage.
Yeah.
You know, maybe most people wouldn't spend their time in London searching out some blue plaque on the side of a grocery store. But
Oh, each their own. All right. Well, thanks again, Kevin. It's been
All right,
really
fellas.
great, and have a lovely afternoon.